Bonjour YouTube, welcome back to our channel. Today we are taking you to Château de Vincennes, so on y va.
So as you can imagine, the dungeon was here with Charles V, but this place started way before that. Initially, this was a hunting lodge that was situated further down at the back, and the whole area was surrounded by the forest and nothing else. It was first done by Louis VII. Louis IX, Saint Louis, if you want to know more about Saint Louis, you should check out Sainte-Chapelle episode up here. Saint Louis really liked the manor that was down there. At the moment you don't see the building anymore, it's not there, it's completely demolished. And then, with the arrival of Louis XIV, the Sun King, is where you see all of this complex really pop up.
And that part was filled with water, and this fortress was built to reassure the safety of the king.
Why was this location chosen? Well, first of all, for hunting in the beginning, but then it's also very close to Paris. You can see Paris all around. Charles V used to walk these corridors, without the roof of course, and go to his cabinet, which is located further down. So the only way to get to Donjon is to go around and through the bridge. And you can see how thick the walls are. Look! I mean, underneath me is actual walls. Try getting through that.
Yes, Anton, what do you think about this?
I love this place. I love this place, and it's so underrated. There are not so many videos on YouTube about this place. It is so beautiful, and the best part is that there are so many places to see, so many areas. Let's go. We haven't even reached the dungeon inside the dungeon yet. Let's go. As you walk around here, you understand the importance of this place. You know, it started similar to like Versailles started, you know, from a small hunting lodge, but then it turned into a chateau. You can see it was built to defend, as a defense. Another thing, speaking of defense, this place is actually home to the archives of the Ministry of Defense.
And by the way, this dungeon was used as jail at some point.
It was used as a jail after Louis XIV, and under Napoleon, something else happened under Napoleon.
He built military base here.
Basically, this place is so fortified that it was used even centuries later.
Jeremy, no one cares who you love. You're just damaging this wall. Now let's go to dungeon. And once Louis XIV moved to Versailles, this place was turned into a jail. And you can see there are some traces to make the windows smaller. As you can see here, they made windows smaller for the jail purposes.
So the paintings that you see in this little room, they belong to Monsieur Boulogne, who was a confessor of Napoleon I, and it was thanks to Napoleon I that he was actually imprisoned here. Amazing, no?
So this is the second floor, and there are two more floors above us, which are not open to public, unfortunately. So let's go and discover the second floor.
So now we're in the main chamber of the king. This is all the action where it happened. The walls are beautifully painted in the medieval fashion. On this side you've got the treasury room where they kept the gold. At the back you have the study room where Charles V wanted to spend more time by himself reading, looking at Paris. There is a chimney at the back, which means the fireplace, heating up the space. And this is the place where he spent a lot of time.
Now we are in the small oratoire, and Charles V was observing the religious services at Chapelle right behind us. And Charles V was a great music lover who was getting so many musicians to come and play just for him.
So Marquis de Sade was actually imprisoned in this cell twice for his behavior and for his pictures. He was eventually transferred to Bastille, and he was released in 1790, obviously after the revolution. But he has stayed here twice. And the second time he was stayed here because the family requested it to save him. Apparently the family requested him to stay here after the empoisonment of a prostitute.
I think he was provocative, that's why he was just jailed.
Since we're on the theme of jails and stuff, I just wanted to mention something else that I haven't mentioned yet, is that the design of this tower is very similar to the design of Bastille prison, how it was before. And because of that, whenever there is a film that is being made on Bastille or the history of Bastille Day or whatever, they film it here. And now we're inside Sainte-Chapelle. This building was based on the plans of Sainte-Chapelle in Paris. If you haven't seen that episode, you can see it up here. The construction started in the 14th century by Charles V, but it only finished 2 centuries later under Henry II. The reason for that was the occupation of the English during the 100-Year War. So thank you so much for joining us for this episode. If you like this content, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. It helps out the channel. Until next one, au revoir.